So premium clients, the ones that you actually want to work with, don't move the way that your messaging is currently set up. So right now, you're essentially getting passed over. Not because you're not good enough, not because your work doesn't create great results. And it's also not because they're not in your audience. It's just they are in your audience. It's just that they aren't buying from you. They're actually buying from the person who made that buying decision easier for them. Again, what I mean by that is it's because your messaging just isn't designed for how they buy. Instead, it's structured for how non-premium buyers buy. And that's why like you're getting stuck in hard, long, taking someone from 0 to a 10 sales conversations. You're too busy handling objections. You're attracting like slow, hesitant buyers who need convincing, and premium buyers don't buy like that, right? The way that they purchase is pretty simple. So they show up, they lean in, they barely engage, they binge whatever you have out there, and if it clicks and it makes sense, they buy immediately, right? So no, I need to think about it, no, I can't afford it, or like how fast am I gonna get results with this? They're not in it for a quick fix either. So what they are looking for is certainty, meaning they want to make sure that what you have will actually solve their problem. So if your messaging doesn't create this immediate certainty, they just move on. They go to someone else, right? So to the person whose messaging and content actually mirrors the way they make buying decisions. And when I say content, I don't just mean posts, right? I mean emails, I mean sales pages, I mean ads, right? So if all those things aren't working in sync, then you're leaving so much money on the table. So if you're sat here wondering, like, why am I always attracting, price sensitive leads, or like, you think they're bad quality leads, or why people hesitate, why do I feel like I have to convince and over explain? It's because you're calling them in, right? And more often than not, when you attract these type of people, again, they're just slower to purchase, right? They're slow to purchase. They are slow to convince. And once they're in your offers, they're hard work, right? You have to handhold. You have to sit there motivating them to take action and implement. And they get less than ideal results. Well, it's no wonder. So, and that's just like how it works. So again, the people who need more time, more reassurance, more nurturing, that's why sales feels so heavy. That's why a lot of you feel like, ooh, this doesn't, there's an energy shift there. It just doesn't feel good. It just feels kind of icky. And it's simply because slow moving people are not premium buyers. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not in a more sophisticated buying market, meaning in the past you could create a post and essentially get anyone to purchase, right? Whether they were premium or non-premium. But now premium buyers and even non-premium buyers are much smarter, right? So they're tired of the wild promises. They are not engaging with like unrealistic like flashy hype type of marketing. They're kind of tired of that. What is going on is that they've been burned before, and the more nurturing and educating and over explaining that you're trying to overcompensate for that's not what's going to work. What's going to work is, again, proving that, not proving yourself, but demonstrating how you can actually solve their problem. And the only way to do that is through bingeable content. So this is exactly how it works. Number one, it has to be instant clarity. So you remove that hesitation, and that means that they have there's no friction for them to purchase. So it's like making that purchasing decision pretty obvious. So if you have like a gajillion different offers, or if you have confusing messaging that doesn't flow, right? And that's actually brings me to the next one. It's the decision flow. So every post, every piece of content has to build seamlessly into the next, right? Because again, if you don't, you're gonna lose them, trust me. So when they land in your world, they instantly recognize, okay, this is for me. And again, they don't consume things casually, they consume things to make a decision. And when your messaging is structured that way, they move immediately. So, excuse me. This is exactly what I'm going to be teaching inside of my new 1 month messaging intensive, taking you from how to create messaging that converts cold to sold premium clients immediately. So once inside, I would be working with you one-on-one to build a messaging system that, number one, calls in premium clients instantly. We work together to structure your content so that by the time people DM you, they're already pre-sold. So you don't end up in those sales conversations where you're like, this person has no idea what I do. I don't like this you don't have to take people from a 0 to a 10. If someone gets into your sales call or sales conversation, DM, or however you do it, without a clue as to your value, you're already a couple steps behind. So again, we eliminate as well the slow, hesitant leads, like honestly forever. Because again, and this is a shift in the industry, right? So again, before it wasn't like that, right? Even slow buyers would move fast, even premium buyers would move slow. Like it didn't matter. It just depended on who on who was out there. Like back in 2020, you could do a post and make 5 figures without the need to prove yourself in a way that was like dramatic. But nowadays they're not looking for more education, right? So I'm going to teach you how not to overthink in your messaging and not have people asking you a million questions, right? I'm going to teach you how to create messaging that brings in the people who they see it, they binge it, they buy it today, because you should be able to have someone discover you today, binge everything you sell today, and pay you by tonight. And if your messaging isn't built for that speed, they are going to move to someone else. So again, I have 5 spots for my 1 month messaging intensive open. And again, this is for you if you're done with slow moving buyers. You want messaging that pulls in premium clients immediately, and you want to sell without drawn out sales conversations, months of nurturing, and doing the goddamn most just to close a sale. So DM me the word intensive and I'll send you over the links to join.